All right, before we get started, if you haven't already, check out the terrific, funny, fun new series called Fubar with the Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a spy series, and his co-star is one of the girls from Top Gun 2. I just spoke to Arnold this morning. I said, Arnold, how's the new show? And he replied, sorry, I couldn't resist. Gotta have some fun, right? Okay, let's get to some important news. Goodbye, Gmail. Maybe. This is from a couple of weeks ago, updating inactive account policies from the Google blog. This is important. If you have a Gmail that you do not want to go away, I won't read all of this, but it says here, people want the products and services they use online to be safe and secure, which is why we have invested technology in tools to protect users from security threats, spam, phishing, and all that. Even with these protections, if an account hasn't been used for an extended period of time, like years, I guess, it is more likely to be compromised. I would agree with that. To reduce this risk, we are updating our inactive policy for Google accounts to 2 years across our products. Starting later this year, if a Google account has not been used or signed in for at least 2 years, we may delete the account and its contents, such as Google Workspace, Gmail, Docs, Drive, Meet, Calendar, and Photos. We are going to roll this out slowly and carefully with plenty of notice. While the policy takes effect today, it will not immediately impact users with an inactive account. Accounts will start deleting December 2023, so you have time. And it says here how to keep your account active, such as reading, sending email, using Google Drive, watching YouTube video, using Google Search, and all that. Okay, so you have been warned if you want to keep your Google Gmail accounts. So don't forget this. Very, very important. All right, next topic. This is a Dear Ubuntu letter from someone from Hackaday.com. Again, this is rather long. I won't read all of this, so let's read it quickly. Dear Ubuntu, I hope this letter finds you well. I want to start by saying that our time together has been one of creativity and entertainment. Uh-oh, here it comes. All right, so a time in which you gave me the tools to develop a new career, run a small electronics business, make fun things, write several thousand articles, and other things. In our early days, as an item, you gave me for the first time a Linux distro that was complete, fast, and easy to use without spending too much time at the terminal, I guess, or editing config files to make things happen. You gave me a desktop that was smooth and uncluttered. Those were the days. And you freed me from all those little utilities that was required to make Windows usable. Boy, have times changed. You replaced other distros I'd been using. You dual booted with my Windows machines. Gee, I could have written this letter. And pretty soon you supplanted with Microsoft operating system entirely. Wow. Okay, so we've been together for close to 2 decades now. You helped me, you captured my text, edited videos, images, created. All right, let's scroll down here some more. But over the last few years, I've noticed that our relationship has slowly become one less of harmony and more frustration. Like middle age spread, you became progressively more bloated. Your moments of freezing became obvious and inconvenient. Oh? And the delays to open some indispensable pieces of software became too long to simply explain as a result of having other apps running in the background. Our once close relationship has become strained by endless waiting for Snap package applications to load. Really? Shut up. And by my USB peripherals mysteriously refusing to talk to applications they've been used with for years. I understand that Snap is meant to release us from dependency hell, and I know why you've put each one in its own little sandbox. Real quick, just to be clear, Windows 11 has none of these problems. Zero, zilch, nada. It's been about as perfect as possible Chrome OS Flex, and Chromebooks. If you haven't tried Chrome OS, you really have to. This lady mentions Chrome OS, but honestly, even Chrome OS running a Linux application in its virtual machine is faster than this. Ouch! And it doesn't require everything to come from one distribution hub or mess with access to hardware. Let me repeat that. Even Chrome OS running a Linux application in its virtual machine is faster than this. I need my machine's performance back. I need using a peripheral to stop being a lottery. Ooh, I need more Ubuntu. I need a distro that understands me and works with me, not against me. Oh my goodness. All right, I've tried to work around my frustrations, tried to convince myself that maybe if I had a faster laptop, it won't matter. We could be happier together. But I can't help thinking about the old generation PC in my hackerspace running Arch. And that just works. Really? Arch just works? Okay. Without having to wait several minutes for Prusa Slicer to load. I have no idea what that is. I realize that I cannot go on living a lie. Oh my goodness. I need you to know that I didn't jump to this conclusion in an instant. I kept the faith. I kept hoping every fresh distribution update would fix your shortcomings. I even defended you when confronted with the other Lena distros my friends use. But I sense we've passed the point of no return. The transition will be painless enough. I won't even uninstall you. I have. Instead, I have a new SSD in the mail, and I'll transfer you and your drive to your own caddy. We'll still see each other from time to time, and maybe if you can snap out of if you can snap out of your midlife crisis, one day we'll get back together. Meanwhile, thanks for all the good things you allowed me to do over the years. I hope your maintainers can help you through your difficulties. This is from Jenny. Thank you, Jenny, for this letter that I probably could have written. Look, guys, I don't know what to say that hasn't been said already. I loved Ubuntu in the beginning. I loved when they switched to the Unity desktop. Once they went to GNOME, and that's where the problem lies, the GNOME desktop. Okay? Snaps in theory, Flatpaks in theory are great, but man, it's... Yeah, if... Like I said, if you haven't already tried Windows 11, you should. If you haven't already tried a Chromebook, you should. They just work. And right now, my go-to Linux distribution is Linux Mint, Mate, or Cinnamon. They're both good. And the other good one is Ubuntu Mate, if you're looking for something slightly different. This is bad. And I'm sure Ubuntu will survive, but it is simply not the same. Well, speaking of Ubuntu, next year, an all-snap Ubuntu desktop will be available. Oh, goody. This is from Canonical's Oliver Grayworth. If I said your name wrong, forgive me, Oliver. This is from the OMG Ubuntu website. Alright, so according to Canonical's Oliver Grayworth, the next long-term support release of Ubuntu will be available to download in two versions, Classic Dev-based version, or for the first time an immutable. You know, this is nothing new. Chromebooks, Chrome OS have been immutable. Snap-based build for enthusiasts. You know, it's funny how people tend to copy the best, right? To experiment with. Alright, you can't see me right now, but I assure you, I'm putting my best, shocked face. Okay. Why the snark? Well, let's face it, an all-snap Ubuntu desktop is something of an inevitability. I believe Canonical has had something like this with Ubuntu Core, if I am not mistaken. The snap-based desktop won't be the default desktop. Okay. It'll be an alternative download. That those more willing to put up with pain points. Here it is. Ubuntu Core launched in 2015 as a snap-based immutable version. Yeah, but Ubuntu Core isn't a desktop product. You can install Core on a Raspberry Pi. All right. Immutable desktop distros are the trend du jour, the trend of the day right now, with the likes of Fedora Silverblue, Endless OS. What's the other one? Vanilla OS. They offer benefits over traditional OSs, including better security, reliability. Yeah, like Chromebooks. Hello. And more information here. Could the emergence of an all-snap desktop provide the packaging format with an opportunity to showcase what it can do? Again, just look at a Chromebook. Chrome OS Flex is fantastico, in my opinion. Okay, and finally, if you would like to contribute to the channel one time or maybe sponsor a live show, you can. And by the way, my name is not Carmini, as the UPS driver once said. You can contribute with PayPal. Links below in the show notes, and you could also catch me on Patreon, where I sometimes upload this videos in podcast format. Well, that's all I have for this one on Gmail and other topics. Hope you are doing well. I'll catch you on the next one. Arrivederci.